Hey and welcome to Neverwinter with Aragon. So there's been a pretty major patch on the preview server. Yes, this hasn't gone live as of yet, but we can see what the future is going to be for the live server. Most likely this patch will either come Tuesday or the following Thursday. So the major thing within this change is we have a new dungeon queue, the Reaper's Challenge. For this we'll be able to queue up to a random dungeon with random debuffs and buffs. You can see today we have the Pirate King's Retreat, and basically you'll have to survive the challenge, not be able to use any consumables, you'll not be able to revive, and you'll not be able to have any health regen. As of whether health regen is just for your character, or are you still going to be able to be healed by the healer? Most likely you are. Potentially not those heal over times. They might not work. But you can see we'll have a difficulty there of a required item level of 50,000. An estimated time play of 30 minutes. I don't know if we're going to be capped to that. You'll need a tank, a healer, and 3 DPS. If we summon our companion, we can go and actually queue up to this thing. And we can actually see, does it have a time limit? So here we have Pirates King's Retreat. And it doesn't look like we're going to have a limit whatsoever. Unfortunately, unlike the Tales of Old, it doesn't seem to tell you exactly what the buffs and debuffs are. But I guess you can easily just check here again. You won't be able to use consumables. Let's actually see if that will work at all. We jump to these enemies, we try to use a health potion, and it doesn't work. And if we die, it should just, yes, we've been defeated. We can still respawn back here and keep going. It just means at boss fights you will not be able to scroll or anything, so you'll need a good party to be able to complete these random queues. So let's just dip out of here. Now they have said that all of these conditions are going to be varying, but that doesn't mean that this maximum item level is going to vary at all. So most likely this is for end game people. And once you manage to complete this, you'll be able to receive a Reaper's Mark, which if you're in Predator's Enclave and you jump around here to the back of the Seven Sons Coster Market, you can see himself and you'll be able to interact with him. And here we have his store with a bunch of juicy rewards. Each day we can obtain one of these Reaper Marks, and you can see we can spend 30 of them for a legendary mount choice pack and a legendary companion choice pack. This legendary companion choice pack being the exact same one which we obtain through that lockbox currently. Legendary mount choice pack seems to have nearly every legendary mount there. Of course, I think missing a few, especially the event ones, but I'm sure you can go and look through that yourself. But otherwise, yeah, you can obtain 25 trade bars, a bunch of companion mount upgrade tokens, even some Prez wards, and Genie gift pack. Not sure why you would want any of those. And you can always go and pick up some titles if that's what you're interested in. Now, unfortunately, this would be an easy way for new players to pick up legendary companions, but that's not going to be the case. This is just going to be mainly for your endgame players who just want to go and collect things. Like myself, the Swarm, I could grind this out and then be able to go and, yeah, have it equipped, and many people like the debuff that it gives, so I could use that as my mount combat power. You can see these will be bound on pickup to your account, so there won't be any selling of these and making, let's say, Astral Diamond profit. And keep in mind the titles are bound to your character, so you're going to have to obtain it on the character at which you want to be using it on. Otherwise, there definitely was a good few more adjustments with this patch. For example, Echoes of Prophecy, which is not on the previous server, but for some reason these NPCs do glitch around. But all I can say is they've definitely made it a lot easier to farm Echoes of Prophecy. They've made the quest credit much easier with these decree quests, and also the spawn rates of those enemies. So it should be a lot easier to complete your Echoes of Prophecy for your new players. And they've also made it you don't have to be level 20 to go and start it. Kavatos will now not ignore you anymore. Most areas you're either scaled down and you'll probably be scaled up as well, so it shouldn't be too hard to complete on a new player. Then we have a bunch of companion adjustments, and yes, finally the nerfs have arrived. They've went and stated that yes, they have gone and nerfed the Abyssal Chicken, the Cold Iron Warrior, the Dedicated Squire, along with Xuna. They've said they've nerfed these, but they don't seem to have mentioned the Black Ice Prospector, but we're going to have to go and test those, and I'll do that just later today. However, we do have some buffs. The Displacer Beast was supposedly increased its damage effectiveness. We'll see if they messed up anything and made it deal more damage than it should. The Siege Master Companion, which I don't currently obtain, was also buffed up, along with Razorwood, which I don't think I have here either. Yeah, I have far too many companions on this character, but that's what you need if you're going to be testing them all out. Now they've changed the Biothorn enchantment, so now it should effectively reduce the speed of enemies rather than increasing their speed. They've also changed up the Drow and the Menzoberranzan Renegade, where they have the Fairy Fire and also the Dark Fire. This should no longer stack with each other, so if you have multiple Drows, you won't be able to obtain a reduction on the enemy's defense. Basically, you were able to get this up to about 50% if each player was a Drow in, let's say, your trial. Now, in many of the dungeons and also the zone dungeons, they've had the basic hit points and also the damage output of many of the monsters and bosses there increased. However, there have of course been a few tweaks of improvements, like in Castle Never. When you get chained together, you'll initially get pushed apart before it pulls you together. Now, if you were to look in the Wondrous Bazaar, you won't be able to purchase the character appearance token anymore. You'll have to head directly past this events area, just down this corridor and to this wonky tower just here, which is the Tower of Alteration. You'll be able to speak to the wizard just here, and this is where you'll be able to change your appearance. Let's say I were to go and change my tattoo and I want to apply this change. You can see it will cost me a certain amount of Astral Diamonds, 200,000 in fact. Or if you have an appearance token, but you won't be able to purchase them anymore. Now, they did indeed make a bit of a mess up with those legendary class companion choice packs, those companions which you could obtain from it. They're supposedly account wide, but once you've equipped them, you weren't able to claim them from the promotions tab. So that should be fixed and you should be able to claim all of those following companions. In the Zen Market, I'm currently on preview, so nothing's really here, but these retraining tokens shall be removed. You won't be able to buy them from the Zen Market anymore. You can see when you're to go and retrain your powers, you could either spend a retraining token or spend the Astral Diamonds. You're pretty much going to have to be spending the Astral Diamonds now. You probably will be able to still obtain retraining tokens from, let's say, your certain events like your Winter Festival. Now, another big thing they've done is changing up Mastercrafting. You will now not have to go and grind out your Mastercrafting for your level 1 to 3. They have been removed, and now we have for level 4 to 5, we just have Chultan Mastercrafting. We'll head over to the Stronghold. You'll now be able to travel directly to your artisan's profession guy, and you'll be able to purchase those recipes directly from him. You can see all of these Chultan Mastercrafting recipes will just cost you 100,000 Astral Diamonds. However, the recipes for New Sharandar, that's probably Mastercrafting 6 and 7, will cost you 500,000 Astral Diamonds per recipe. As where you access them, I'm not sure. You probably still have to unlock the Mastercrafting. So that means newer players can just, myself included, skip Mastercrafting 1 to 5 just by being able to directly purchase those recipes if you wanted them. You can also go and purchase Mastercrafting tools. You can see it will give you one of those tools for 50,000 Astral Diamonds and the following fashion to go with it, I guess. And otherwise you can go and purchase things for guild marks. You can see here you can also go and change the other recipe books. You'll be able to exchange them for your profession supplement packs, which you can see will obtain up to 12 epic supplements, 24 rare supplements, and 45 uncommon supplements. So that's everything for this video. A big major patch for preview. It'll go live pretty soon. Very nice thing for endgame players. is this new Reapers challenge, queuing up to a random dungeon with those random conditions. Completing it will give you one of those daily bonuses, which you can spend on this store, giving you pretty neat rewards. Of course, you'll have to play every day, and I guess that's the major catch for this queue. So again, I'd like to give a major thank you to all of my channel members for helping me keep my channel going. And if I presented this well, consider leaving the video a like. And if you're new around here, consider subscribing. We'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.